Book Summary of Kafka on the Shore, Haruki Murakami. Kafka on the Shore is a surreal, dreamlike novel that weaves together two seemingly separate narratives that gradually converge. Introduce of main characters: Kafka Tamura, a 15-year-old boy who runs away from home to escape a dark prophecy set by his father. He adopts the nickname Kafka after Franz Kafka. He ends up at a quiet library in Takamatsu, where he befriends Oshima, a gender-fluid librarian, and Miss Saiki, the enigmatic library head, Satoru Nakata, an elderly man who lost his intellectual abilities during a mysterious incident in his childhood. He can speak with cats and possesses otherworldly powers. Oshima, a transgender man who works at a private library where Kafka finds refuge. He becomes Kafka's friend and guide. Miss Saiki, the manager of the library. She wrote a famous song called Kafka on the Shore in her youth and harbors deep sorrow from her past. Hoshino, a young truck driver who becomes Nakata's companion and helper. Johnny Walker, a sinister, eccentric man in a red suit and black hat with a twisted smile. He collects cat souls and has a mysterious, dark influence in Nakata's journey. Sakura, a free-spirited, kind young woman with short hair. She befriends Kafka Tamura and offers him guidance and comfort, though her true connection to him remains ambiguous. The novel follows two parallel storylines. Number 1, Kafka's journey. Kafka Tamura runs away from his home in Tokyo on his 15th birthday to escape his abusive father, taking with him some cash and a few belongings. He travels to Takamatsu, where he finds refuge in a private library managed by Miss Psyche and staffed by Oshima. Kafka becomes infatuated with Miss Psyche, believing she might be his long-lost mother. Meanwhile, Kafka also meets a girl named Sakura, whom he suspects might be his sister. As he struggles with his identity and desires, supernatural events begin to occur around him. He occasionally finds himself in a mysterious forest clearing where soldiers have been trapped since World War II. Number 2, Nakata's journey. Nakata, an elderly man with the ability to speak to cats, survives by finding lost cats for rewards. After a disturbing encounter with a man posing as Johnny Walker, who collects and kills cats, Nakata is compelled to kill him. This man turns out to be Kafka's father. Guided by mysterious forces, Nakata leaves Tokyo and meets a truck driver named Hoshino, who decides to help him. Together, they travel to Takamatsu, where Nakata is drawn to open a mysterious entrance stone, unleashing spiritual forces that cause bizarre phenomena, including fish and leeches raining from the sky. Convergence and resolution. As the two storylines progress, the boundaries between reality, dreams, and metaphor blur. Kafka experiences a sexual encounter with a spirit-like teenage version of Miss Seiki, and later with Miss Seiki herself. Nakata and Hoshino find the entrance stone, which Nakata believes must be opened and then closed again to restore order. Kafka's father is found murdered in Tokyo, and Kafka fears he may have committed the crime during a blackout, fulfilling part of the prophecy. He retreats to the forest, where he encounters spirits and confronts his past and identity. After Nakata dies peacefully, Hoshino takes responsibility for closing the entrance stone. Kafka, having faced his demons and reconciled with his past, decides to return to Tokyo and face the future. Main themes. Number 1, identity and self-discovery. Kafka's journey to find himself and understand his past. Number 2, fate versus free will. The struggle against prophecy and predetermined paths. Number 3, reality versus fantasy. The blurring of boundaries between the real world and metaphysical realms. Number 4, loneliness and connection. characters seeking meaningful relationships despite isolation. Number 5, trauma and healing, processing psychological wounds through metaphysical experiences. Conclusion: by the end of the novel, neither storyline is fully resolved in a conventional sense. Instead, the characters achieve a kind of spiritual resolution that transcends logical explanation. Kafka chooses to return to the real world, having confronted his fears and accepted the mysterious aspects of life. The novel suggests that embracing life's mysteries and contradictions is essential to personal growth and finding peace. Thank you. Stay with us.